a cold, wet, wintry night in New Zealand. As you can see, I'm wearing a thick jumper. House isn't all that warm, but here I am up in my sewing room, which doubles as my bedroom, and I'm fiddling around looking at a few things, and I thought, oh, I haven't told you about my experience with buying fabrics. Now, those of you who know me know that I very rarely buy new fabric, or haven't needed to so far. I was taken in by, no, that's the wrong word. I was taken by a little video that a vlogger called Micheline, her name is, from Michu Makes. She actually does very lovely, entertaining, chatty vlogs, and which I really enjoy. But she talked about this company called Blankitten, and it's on AliExpress. And I thought, cha-ching! AliExpress! Like that, I've got AliExpress. We can buy from AliExpress here, because usually whenever anything's mentioned, the postage is so prohibitive, I don't even go there. I don't even think about looking to see whether I could buy stuff that people have mentioned online. But Blankitten, I thought, oh yes, I've often bought things from AliExpress. So I went online, had a little look, and I must admit they looked absolutely lovely in the pictures. So I made an order, only I think 2 yards of a few things and a half yard of something, just to have a look what it was like. And I waited, and didn't actually have to wait too long. I think about 3 weeks for it to come. And then when it came, it was all packed together tightly in a little parcel, and I was really excited, and I tore it open and my heart sank a bit, I've got to admit. So I'll show you the material now, and I hope that it will come out, because I've tried to put some good lighting up so you can see the texture, because it's the texture I've got a problem with more than anything. Just a sec. So the first one, I ordered 2 meters of this one, and I really do like the pattern a lot. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful pattern? It is busy, but it's not too overly large. But I don't know if you can see, but the fabric's kind of shiny and polyestery. It's very synthetic. However, I do think that I can use that, and I will make something with it. I'll make maybe a long top or something with it for the spring, and I'm thinking of the Love Notions top. Yeah, that I made one in a pale green colour and did some work to get it to fit me, and I think this would be good. So not too bad. Oh, the other thing I forgot to say was, when they came, I realised that I had to have, that they put sales tax. Well, we would call it GST, goods and services tax. In Britain that would be VAT, and I guess in America sales tax. I think the New Zealand government's now got a rule that they have to put GST on it, which is okay. I mean, I think it's fair, because otherwise it gives them an unfair advantage against our local retailers. But I didn't realise they were going to add it on, and I think it's 15%. And so, yeah, put the bill up a bit more than I expected. So it wasn't really cheap. The next piece, I absolutely loved the pattern on looking on the Blankitten shop on the AliExpress website. But look, I don't know, it's absolutely huge, isn't it? And I think there's a real danger when you make something, the flowers could very easily end up in the wrong part of your body. Now I've got 2 meters of that as well, and it's got the same thing. It's not quite as shiny as the other one. It's very, very slinky. I suppose on the good side it's got drape, on the bad side it's a bit polyestery. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Any suggestions about what I could make with that? Something probably that doesn't get cut up too much, I guess, to show the flowers. I haven't really done much with making things with large patterns. And then there was this one. Here we go. Which also I thought was going to be a much smaller pattern than it actually turned out to be, which I guess is a problem with online shopping. I'll see if I can check that in future. So here we are. I mean, if those roses were, are they roses? If they were half the size, I'd probably be a lot happier with it. This one is also quite sort of shiny and slinky. Really not sure what to do with that. And I've got 2 meters of that one as well. So overall, I think the whole thing cost me a bit over $100, which for me is a massive amount of money to spend on fabric. So there was that one. And then this one, which looked, I only bought, I don't know what came over me. Maybe I made a bit of a mistake, but I only bought half a metre and I measured it and it is just half a metre. But what blooming use is that? Pattern looks absolutely lovely on the picture. Actually, I do like it. It looks nicer on camera than it does for real. But it's only half a metre, so it's not long enough for anything. That was a bit stupid, wasn't it? So yeah, don't know about that. Going to be a bit of a trial to try and find some patterns that will work with that. Also, my old sewing machine here, my Janome DC2050, it doesn't actually like sewing slinky fabrics very much. So I might get out my old mezzo machine and put the walking foot on it and see if it's any better. So wish me luck with that. So yeah, not sure about that one. The other thing I've been doing is I've been doing a bit of this crumb quilting. Now, I'll put the link to the website below, but it's a woman called Darlene Michaud, and she basically, it's like crazy quilting. So here's one, and you basically just use up all of your scraps and you sew them in a kind of random way to each other. See that one? And you can go backwards, forwards, sideways. It is kind of fun, really. I think I've enjoyed doing it after work because it doesn't require, sewing sometimes takes a bit of thinking about, and I'm just not up to it. I just want to do something with my hands, but I don't really want to have to plan or think or follow instructions or pay a lot of attention, and this definitely does fit the bill. In here I've got, basically what you do is you just keep adding to it. You start sort of by sewing strips like that, and then you just add to it and add to it, and eventually you just cut a big square out of it. And I guess I haven't really got as far as what to do once I've got about 30 of those squares now, so I don't know what to do with them at the moment. But, and you know, I don't really mind. I'm just happy just to keep going and see what I'll make with them at the end. I was thinking about making curtains for my art room, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but yeah, really recommend it as something it's got a strangely addictive quality, and it's just as well I sew in my bedroom because I've had to sort of make, you know, my husband's like, well, can we go to bed now? And I've like, yeah, I really do need to stop now and go to bed. But you see, it's so crazy and random. Yeah, so that's another thing that I've been doing. And the third thing, if I just wait a minute, I'll put it on. So this is my third thing, what I've got on now, and this is the third muslin for me making my Colette Sorbetto, and I think it probably does. I've got it now. I've got the fit right, and I'm pleased about that because I think now that I've been looking at my wardrobe and seeing what I need to sort of make things work together, and these kind of plain tops probably do sit there. Now I've got this tonight on over quite a thick vest, but if I stand up, hopefully you can see. Hang on. So that's 3 wearable muslins I've made. Not sure how much I'll wear the other two, although I have worn the woolly one with long sleeves quite a bit already. I've worn it a few times, so maybe I will. But I'm quite pleased to have got this completed, and I do feel like it hopefully will be worth the effort, the fact that I put in so much time to get a very plain top that will fit me and suit me. Right, so other than that, I've just got a little tip for people who do a bit of sewing and maybe want to make a bit of money. My husband, he asked me if I could make him something he called a buff. Now, he's one of those men that go tramping. We call it tramping, hiking, I think you'd call it in Britain. And I said, well, what's a buff? I have no idea what a buff is. And this is what it is. And look at the price. And I thought to myself, you know what? That if somebody wanted to make little bit of money out of sewing, that is a very simple thing to be sewing that you could make a lot of probably, and if you could charge that kind of money, it would be worth doing, because I know that generally sewing isn't really worth doing for money, you know, especially in these times of crisis where lots of people have lost their jobs. So yeah, there's a tip for you. Right, so that's all for me tonight. Stay safe. Hope you're all enjoying the warmth over there. I'll get my revenge on you about May or June next year. Okay, bye.